Hello, and thank you for joining us on SCTV for the Summersville Area Chamber of Commerce Business of the Week. This is a weekly broadcast where we will feature one area business. My name is Lindsay Skidmore, Executive Director. I'm here today with the staff of Camden Family Health, and they are the Business of the Week. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have several people here with us today. I think we'll start off, if you guys want to just introduce yourself, maybe a little bit about what you do.
Sure.
You want to start here?
I am Melissa Rogers, and I am the Chief Operations Officer. I do a little bit of work at every site we have.
Hi, I'm Heather Sharp-Spinks. I am the manager of the Behavioral Health Department. I oversee several staff with behavioral health services at all of our sites, and including the school sites.
I'm Jamie Jarvis. I am the School-Based Health and Outreach Coordinator for Camden, so I take care of all the school-based sites and all of the community outreach that we're involved in.
I'm Meg Hickey. I'm the CEO of Camden on Golly. Do a little bit of everything at all the sites also.
I know you guys have a lot of moving parts, a lot of different departments, very diverse. How about we get down to like the basics? How did Camden Family kind of come about? What did you start with?
They were founded, I think, in 1979. Started out as taking over a center, I think, from Hygeia Health Services. They're a federally qualified healthcare center that was formed by a bunch of local citizens in Webster County. And we've grown from there to 16 different sites.
So talk to me a little bit about your medical side, the medical part. Who wants to answer? Okay.
So we offer basic medical services. We have women's health, men's health, children's health, behavioral health, along with the medical side. We have psychiatric nurse practitioners. We have a pediatrician, and we also offer lab services, family planning services, breast and cancer screening services, a little bit of everything, really.
And I know you said you have 16 sites, correct?
That's correct.
And that spans over several counties, right?
Webster, Nicholas, Fayette, and Lewis.
And when you say Camden Family Health, you really encompass the whole family,
That's
right?
Yes.
So based in schools as well?
We are based in schools. We're actually in 10 different locations. So Richwood High School Middle School, we have Panther Creek, Cherry River, Golly River Elementary, Summersville Elementary, Glade Elementary in Webster County, Webster County High School. We actually have behavioral health educators in Hacker Valley and Webster Springs. So we cover all the schools in Webster County and Lewis County High School.
So what does school-based health, what does that really mean?
School-based health is an opportunity for us to be available to the students and the staff in the schools. So by no means are we there to take the place of a provider, but we are there so that if something comes up, we want to ensure that the kids are getting the best education they can get. And to do that, they can come in, we can take care of those basic services that they need, we can get them back in the classroom so they're not missing class. And all of that information can be transferred to their primary provider. So we are just there to make sure that kids are taken care of and get what they need so that they can be the best social, emotionally, and educated that they can be.
We have behavioral health providers that are in most of the schools. Like Jamie said, we have 2 health educators that are in the Webster County 2 sites that add additional services to those schools for mental health needs. We cover over all of the main sites in Nicholas County for therapy. So we have therapy services that also cover Nicholas County.
Speaking of behavioral health, we're going to have Sarah join our conversation. Sarah?
Hello.
Tell us a little bit about what you do.
I am a psychiatric nurse practitioner. I see patients and I do psychiatric evaluations. I am familiar with some therapy modalities, like supportive therapy, not anything what Heather does, not to that extent, but and education and medication management for the whole gamut of psychiatric illnesses, such as dementia, sleep issues, insomnia, depression, anxiety, panic attacks, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, addiction.
A little bit of everything, right?
Yeah.
So now behavioral health, you said that's available in some of your school sites. Is that available in some of your medical facilities as well?
Yes, we try to cover every site that we have. We attempt to have at least one therapist at each location at least one day a week.
Is that something that needs referred to, or could you come in, be seen by one of your providers who could then refer to
If
this?
somebody needs a behavioral health service, they just need to call and say, we need to talk to a therapist or we need a counselor. And then there's no referrals needed by a medical provider. Our medical providers do provide us with patients and referrals, but there's no formalized. They can just call and come on in as a patient needs to come in.
Same with the medication management. We don't need a referral.
That's a great opportunity
Yeah.
here for locally.
We all have mental health, so.
Right, exactly. And it's important. It's part of health.
And it goes for children too. If you have a child that you feel like needs some sort of services, behavioral health therapies or medications, parent just needs to call and we can get them in.
So we've talked about all these different branches. I know you have several more, right? We just opened a dental clinic here. And
We did. We just opened a dental clinic. We have, we just working right now. We have an optometry clinic with Dr. Prendergast. So absolutely, it's a one-stop family shop. And that was the goal of Camden Family Health, to encompass the whole family, to take care of the family, to keep the family units together. So that's our goal, that's our mission. And we are going to strive to make sure that we can provide for families.
I like that, Jamie. One-stop family shop.
so if somebody's looking for a medical provider, how could they get a hold of you guys?
They can call any of our sites. All of our numbers are listed on our Facebook page and on our website. The two larger sites, which would be the Camden on Valley site and the Summersville site, the Camden on Valley number is 304-226-5725. The Summersville number is 304-872-1663. And the other thing is when you call either one of those sites, they can transfer you to the sites that you want to get to. If that's not where you want to be seen, they can transfer you to any of the other sites.
Are your sites by appointment only, or do you accept walk-ins as well?
We accept walk-ins at all of our sites.
The other thing I think it's important to mention is even our school-based sites are community sites as well. There are very few exceptions to that. So if you're in Webster County and you can only get to the high school, you can absolutely be seen by a provider at Webster County High School as a community member. We have outside entrances to those so it doesn't interrupt the school day, and they can be seen as well. So those options are available too.
So school-based doesn't mean only school. It just means you're based in the school, but you're open for everyone.
Correct. There are some exceptions to that, but they are very few and far between. So, but yeah, absolutely. If you call in, we can find you a place that's close to you. If you don't have a specific provider, we can make sure that it's close to you so the transportation won't be an issue.
Do you guys want to tell me a little bit about what you do? I know we talked about the children, you do vaccinations and that sort of thing, all the way to mental health. Does anyone want to maybe say a little bit more about any of that?
We do. We see all the way from babies. Like I said, we have a pediatrician that's at our Camden on Valley location and at our Richwood location. We also have a wide array of nurse practitioners that are willing to see people from babies all the way up to the geriatric stages. So it works out really well because they can start and end here, and we always have their medical records available. All of our staff have access to get into the medical record for the patients if that patient chooses to come see them.
So does that span from dental to medical to behavioral health? It is all in one medical?
It is. It is. So of course it's based on need. Nobody gets in anything if there's no need for it. But if they come in and you need to have dental work done, they need to see what kind of medications you're on, they're able to see that to make sure there's no adverse effects to anything they would do for you.
It is wonderful for the continuum of care, having everything at your fingertips. I love it.
Absolutely.
Especially with mental health. Like, it's hard to get records, and it's especially, I know some of our providers, so it's convenient for them, like one of the family providers. If we have a patient that's the same, we can collaborate much easier. All the records together in one location really helps the continuum of care. You know, if the family providers had a patient and they refer them to me, you know, medical records are very difficult to get for mental health. You know, the type of information that's in it, you know, the patient's very vulnerable, so we don't just release them, you know, to anyone.
Right.
Or any medical record for that matter. But if the primary care provider has a question, we can collaborate so much easier being under one roof and having access to the same records. And it just makes, you know, it makes providing care more effective and efficient. We have access to the labs. Sorry, I can go on and on about that.
Well, speaking of continuation of care, I know you provide some other facilities as well.
We have a plethora of opportunities to provide for patients. I'm biased, but it truly is a team effort. It doesn't matter what department you're in, whether it's behavioral health or whether it's a medical side or whether it's working at the front desk. The team that I get to lead is an incredible team that actually takes all of the needs of the patient and connects them with resources. So if you come in and you have an issue with perhaps paying for services, we have opportunities available in what we call a sliding fee, that you bring in proof of your income and we actually adjust what the payment is based on what your income is, so that we can provide you with quality care, but you don't have to choose between feeding your family and taking care of your family. And we pride ourselves on that. One of the other responsibilities of my department is what we call the social determinants of health. And that's a conversation that's had with a provider. It's completely confidential. And then those orders come to us, and my team and I take all of those. And if they have an issue with finding food, then we reach out to that patient individually and we hook them up with a food bank that's in their community. If they have issues with utilities, we try to hook them up with resources that can help them take care of their resources as far as their utilities go. And if they need LEAP to help pay for gas for the winter, we try to help facilitate that for them. So we are very proud of that initiative, that we are able to go out into the community and make sure that our patients are not just receiving health care, but they're receiving total care.
I like that. I like that. A lot of people too, they think maybe medical care is unreachable for them. So Camden Family kind of makes it reachable for those who may think
Absolutely.
it's
Not only do we have the medical, we have the behavioral health, but we also have a pharmacy. So, you go to see a provider, and then you can immediately go get your medications.
There's a sliding scale.
There's a sliding scale.
I was going to say that includes the pharmacy. So if there's an issue with, and we go so far as to, we've just initiated some new programs that if somebody still has issues paying for their medication, we have other resources and actually a dedicated staff person that can be contacted, and we can get that all set up so that we're reaching manufacturers and saying, what discounts can you offer? What do you have? How can we partner with you or work with you to make sure that our patients are getting the medicines that they need and that are prescribed?
That's great. So speaking of your pharmacy, where are your pharmacy locations, and maybe phone numbers if you have them?
Our pharmacies are located, we have one in our Somersville office and one in our Camden on Gauley office. Hopefully soon we'll have one at our Richwood office. We're are remodeling a business on Main Street that will have a larger site there that will include a pharmacy. And the numbers that I mentioned earlier, you can use the same phone numbers, they can transfer you right to the pharmacy.
So you're opening new facilities as well, so always expanding.
Always.
Right?
Yeah.
So a little glimpse maybe of what's to come?
Hopefully in 2023 we'll be opening our new Richwood location. We are extremely excited about that because it will offer a third pharmacy location and the opportunity for drive-through and things like that, and a larger space to see more patients. We're looking at potentially other places for admin buildings and expanded optometry, and so we are always looking to grow, but not for the sake of growth, but for the sake of meeting the needs of the communities that we're in.
Right. That's great.
We also offer hepatitis treatment for hepatitis C. And that's something that prior to offering that service, patients had a very hard time getting treatment for hepatitis. They would have to drive, to, I think the closest place was Beckley, and that was the closest. So now they can see they can stay right here in the community for all of their hepatitis treatment. So that's an exciting thing too.
So you guys definitely have a lot of different options available, but a lot of moving parts. Anything that we may have missed? I don't want to leave anything out.
I would just say if you
COVID vaccines.
absolutely, we do COVID vaccines. Those are still going strong. We have the new booster that just came out. So absolutely, you can call any of the locations to make an appointment to get a COVID vaccine. We will be happy to talk to you about that and clear up any confusion that anybody may have or any questions they may have or how that works. We can absolutely get you in touch with a provider to get that taken care of. But yeah, we are constantly moving towards providing for the
Your
community.
insurance marketplace.
Oh, the insurance marketplace, if it hasn't hit you yet, November 1st, the open enrollment for insurance comes. So we actually have 3 certified application counselors in the Camden family that can actually go into the federal marketplace and help you understand what's available to you as far as insurance goes. So absolutely, but if you have a question, regardless of what it is about healthcare, whether it's vision, dental, behavioral health, anything you need in the community, please feel free to call any of the locations. They will put you in touch with the person that you need to talk to, and we will be more than happy to make sure that you get what you need.
Well, thank you guys so much for everything that you do for our community, for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations on being Business of the Week.
Thank you.
The Summersville Area Chamber of Commerce is a voluntary partnership of businesses and professionals working together to build a healthy economy in the Summersville area. Be sure to join us every Thursday for the summit broadcast of our Chamber Chat, a weekly radio show where we highlight upcoming member events. And continue to join us right here on SCTV every week as we feature one of our member businesses. Remember, if you have a business and would like to be featured as the Chamber of Commerce Business of the Week, give us a call at 304-872-1588 or visit our website at www.summersvillechamber.com.